thanks for being here. I think we're going to begin in just a minute. Welcome, everyone. Equestrian Center, soon to be the Intermont Equestrian Center at Emory and Henry College. Isn't it a beautiful day? I mean, great day for riding. And speaking of riding, this is a picture of the Nice Wonders' granddaughter, Paulina. Paulina is at SMU in their equestrian program. She's making great grades. She's a great rider. She has lots of scholarships. Equestrian programs are good for people. Okay, look at this. Isn't that a gorgeous picture? Well, we're here today somewhat with mixed emotions. It's a good thing that an award-winning, nationally recognized equestrian program is going to continue to be in existence at Emory and Henry College. It's sad for the reasons that it's happening. We all hate it that our sister institution, Virginia Intermont, has decided to close. But isn't this a wonderful way for us to carry on, for Emory and Henry College to carry on such a great legacy that is nationally recognized and award-winning? And so I guess all in all, Emory and Henry College has the privilege of accepting some of what is the best of Virginia Intermont College and keeping it going into the future. Is that for me, that phone? A few months ago, Kim Nicewonder Johnson called me and said, "I'd like for you to come meet me at the Equestrian Center. I want you to see it." And so I came out with the same red tie with the horses on it that I have today. And she said, "What would you think of the possibility of Emory and Henry working with Virginia Intermont to acquire the equestrian riding program and equestrian studies program?" And I said, "I think that would be a wonderful conversation for us to have." So she and Kevin began to work with us to see what the possibilities were, and we began to meet with Art Rebrovic, who is here today, the interim president of Virginia Intermont College, and also the professional staff who work here at the center. And one thing led to another, and Don and Etta, who were in Florida at the time, came back and were excited about the possibility as well. And so the reason Emory and Henry is able to acquire the Virginia Intermont program is because of the great philanthropy and largesse of the Nicewonder family. And so I would like for you to join with me in thanking them for allowing us to acquire it and for letting us use these wonderful stables and this land that they sit on next to the Virginian. And Don did tell me the bad news that he was going to have to increase the rent from $1 a year to $2 a year. I told him I'd take it out of my own pocket. So anyway, please help me thank the Nicewonders for their marvelous philanthropy. And at this time, I'd like to ask anyone in the family if they'd like to say something. Would any of you like to say something? Don, you want to come? You want to come to the podium and?
Not really, but.
Come on.
I think myself and the whole family is very enthused about the possibility of Emory and Henry taking over VI's place here and maybe even taking it to a higher level, which is very possibly, I think, will happen. Riding's been in my family for some time because Kim and Kevin, they're kids ride. And of course, Paulina's been a very accomplished rider and got a scholarship at SMU, which is huge. But I'm just glad you showed up, and certainly glad that we're able to turn this over and let Emory and Henry do their thing. And I guarantee you it's going to be a good one.
Thank you, Don. Thank you. Thank you very much. So the program today is we're going to hear from Myra Sims, the athletic director at Emory and Henry College, and then we're going to hear from Dave Haney, the vice president for academic affairs and dean of the faculty, and then we're going to hear from Art Rebrovic, the interim president of Virginia Intermont, and then I'll wrap things up. So Myra.
Thank you. Good morning. I wanted to first start by echoing what Jake said about how sorry I am about the situation with Virginia Intermont. I grew up in this area, as many of you know, and certainly have an understanding of the importance and the influence that Virginia Intermont has had in Bristol and in the region. So I'm sorry that we're in this place on that hand. On the other hand, I'm really glad that Emory and Henry can have a role in preserving this very successful and prestigious program. To win 17 national championships is beyond amazing. And I think the circumstances under which these women have worked over the last few years makes it even more remarkable. So I'm so impressed and want to commend Lisa and Heather and Patty as well for their work. I'm up here because the competitive program will be housed in the Department of Athletics. The Equine Studies academic program will be housed with Vice President of Academic Affairs in the Academic Affairs Office with Dave Haney. I know that I have a lot to learn about the sport. Equestrian is not an NCAA sport, has different governing bodies. The whole nature of the sport is very different in some ways from those that I am familiar with. However, there are some similarities in that it's still managing budgets and facilities and people. The horses, not so much. Got a lot to learn about horses. Lisa's already this morning given me tutorial, walking around, telling me some things about the sport and about the horses, and I'm eager to learn, and I know that I have some people with great expertise from whom I can gain the information that I need in order to be a good manager of the program. We have a lot of details to work out. It's a little bit daunting as to the number of details we have to work out in a very short time. And I know I expect to rely on Lisa and Heather a great deal for their expertise and guidance. We do expect that we will compete in all or most of the same shows in which they've been competing previously. Our athletic conference, the Old Dominion Athletic Conference, or the ODAC as we call it, does have an equestrian championship. Even though it's not an NCAA sport, there are 6 other institutions in our conference that have equestrian programs, so I expect that we will participate in that show as well. As I said, I'm really eager and excited about this. I think it's wonderful that Emory and Henry can take this role in the community to help to preserve this wonderful program. I think it will be a great benefit to our program because of the winning is contagious. Championships are so exciting, and I'm just thrilled to have this program be a part of our athletics program. Thank you.
And I'm Dave Haney. I'm the Vice President for Academic Affairs, and it's my great pleasure to talk a little bit about Emory and Henry College adopting the Equine Studies academic program from Virginia Intermont. And this is a program we're working very closely with our regional accreditor, the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges, in order to turn this into an official part of Emory and Henry College. There's a lot of details to work out there too. But I also wanted to echo what both previous speakers, what both Jake and Myra have said from the faculty's perspective at Emory and Henry. Throughout the spring semester, every faculty meeting we had a little pall over it because of what was happening to our, with our colleagues in Bristol. And so when it came time at a special called meeting in May to have the faculty approve taking over the Equine Studies academic program, Patty Graham-Thiers, Dr. Patty Graham-Thiers, who's the head of the academic program. She has a PhD from Virginia Tech in equine science, and she's a nationally known expert on horse nutrition, a wonderful faculty member. I should also mention that the other two faculty members, and they're all standing over here, Lisa Moosmuller-Terry and Heather McLeod, who teach the sort of management type courses in the Equine Studies program. These are three faculty members that we welcome with open arms. And I've been in higher education for longer than I care to mention, and I've never seen a university or college faculty do a unanimous vote of approval on anything substantive. When the Equine Studies program was put before the faculty, it was a unanimous vote. So that's a sign, I think, of how eager the faculty at Emory and Henry are to welcome this program. It's a very unusual program. There aren't very many like this in the country because it's a combination of equine science as well as management, horse industry management courses, and riding instruction. So students really get a well-rounded education in order to enter the horse industry, which most of them do. And even, I've been doing a little reading in the state of Virginia, the horse industry in Virginia has an economic impact of over $2 billion annually, and that doesn't even count horse racing. So this is a great opportunity for our students to continue to participate in the, and go out there and work in the horse industry. And so I just want to echo what everybody is so happy today to see this relationship between Emory and Henry, and we are going to be very proud to see students walking to their chemistry classes with riding boots on in the fall, and it's going to be a real wonderful addition to the Emory and Henry academic program as well as our athletic program. So we're excited. Thanks.
Well, this is my 23rd year to serve as a president of a college, and so I know a lot of college presidents, and I know a lot of people who have served as interim college presidents. And the most difficult job to have as an interim president is to be the person who helps the institution close, to find a place for its assets to go, to try to find a place to transfer the legacy, like a program like this, to another college. It is, quite frankly, a thankless job that Art Rebrovic has. And for a while there, he was the bono for Virginia Intermont. He drives up each week from Nashville. He is a well-known management consultant in America. I would love to hire him to do all sorts of things for Emory and Henry if I could afford him. But I have enjoyed the short time we worked together, Art, and appreciate your very professional approach, your compassion for what's going on at this moment in time. And I think the Board of Trustees at Virginia Intermont made a very wise choice. Please welcome.
Jake, we can make a deal before I leave town, so.
I knew that was coming.
Well, you opened me up for it. This is a very interesting time. It is extremely satisfying to know that this program will transfer to Emory and Henry. But as you know, it's a kind of a sad day, and I relate it very much to when our first child, and we have twins, so we sent them off at the same time, but when you send your first child off to college, it's pretty sad. You're going to have an empty house, or you're going to miss that person. But it's even more exciting when you see what your son or your daughter, that next step they're going to take in life. And so that's kind of how I think VI can be looking at this today. This has been a very important part of our family for a long time. Now we've found a good place for it in its next step. So we really appreciate Jake and the entire team making this an easy transition in spite of the fact that it's kind of sad. But it really, the excitement overshadows the sadness because we do have now a very good home. On behalf of the trustees at VI, and particularly Elliot Moore, who took a great amount of time with this to work through this, we really want to thank Emory and Henry, Jake, your trustees, and the entire team for making this an easy transition. But I want to take a minute and look at our team, Patty, Heather, and Lisa. I'm not sure how you all managed this program over the last year or two. I know what I've seen in the last 6 weeks since I've been here. But we want to congratulate you for a job well done under great duress, but even more importantly, what you all have done over the last couple of months to keep the program together and make this transition so easy. So I want to ask everybody just a short round of applause for our team. So again, thank you very much, all of you, and we look forward to watching for the next championship. Mara, thank you. Jake?
Thank you. Just I want to recognize a few people and make some presentations before Art and I actually do the official signing. I know that Delegate Israel O'Quinn is with us today. Welcome, Israel. It's good to have you here. If you didn't know it, he's an Emory and Henry College graduate. Are there other members of the any other government officials with us today? I don't want to miss you if you are. Trustees and former trustees of Emory and Henry College, would you please raise your hand wherever you are? Welcome. It's good to have you here. Trustees and former trustees of Virginia Intermont College, are you here? If you are, please raise your hand. People who work for Virginia Intermont College and have, please raise your hand. Great, I see some. And people who work for Emory and Henry College, please raise your hand. Thank you so much. I have a special presentation to make to the Nice Wonders. Very lightweight. Well, thank you all for coming today. We're going to have the official signing. I see we have a horse ready to come in here in the back. I hope no one's expecting me to ride it. We really appreciate your attendance today, and so Art and I will go over and sign the documents, and then there are refreshments in this room over here. Please join us and stay and visit and get to know the Equestrian Center and the people who make it happen here. We really appreciate your attendance, and thanks for coming. Joseph, did you want to say something? Yes.
I'm Joseph Taylor, Vice President for Advancement. There is one group here, at least with a few representatives, that deserve to be recognized, and these are the alumni of Virginia Intermont, its equestrian program, its equine studies. With this program coming to Emory and Henry, please know that you now have dual citizenship. You will always be alumni of Virginia Intermont, but you now will be regarded also as alumni of Emory and Henry College. And there will be reunions, there will be events, there will be opportunities for you to be involved with this program, and we want you to feel welcome to your new school as well.
Thank you, Joseph. Yes, thank you, Joseph. Now, will the alumni Joseph just described, will you raise your hand so that we can see who you are? Welcome. Good to have you here. Thanks so much. Okay, well, we'll do the official signing, and then we're adjourned. Thank you.